Yeah.
Our real friends, are they?
Man, I'll be chilling, man.
You good, you good, you good. But man, let's jump right into some shit, man. We got a lot of shit to go on, man. First off, we want to say we still waiting on the cops to get arrested to kill Breonna Taylor, man. So we always gonna put that out there, man. Arrest them killers, man. Arrest them dudes, and we need them prosecuted. But got a lot going on, man. Quick NFL. We ain't got a lot of NFL talk, so let's just quickly get NFL out the way, man. Shady to the Bucks. How y'all like that?
I like it. I like it.
McCoy, can Shady McCoy bring anything to the Bucks? Austin, you got anything left?
Yeah, I think having another vet in that backfield to support Brady, man. You know, Ronald Jones, the starter, was struggling with them ball carrying issues, man. So you had another vet that know what he's doing back there. You know what I'm saying? That give him another reliable option.
Skip, you say he can do something?
Yeah. Like you said, it's always good to have a vet in that locker room, a vet to be. It's always good to have a vet, man, because they got that knowledge, that experience. They might not have that timing, but they know, hey, you're supposed to be there or you're supposed to be there, if that makes sense.
Right.
Are they your clear-cut favorites to win the South?
I wouldn't say clear-cut, but with the people they added, with the weapons they got, you got to take them seriously.
Yeah, I agree with that, too.
I think they're 9-7 first round exit. 9-7 first round exit. I like New Orleans still better. Atlanta's gonna be something to watch out for too in that South.
Yeah.
Something to watch out for that South. Tom, how you like McCoy over
there? Tampa Bay. I like it as a nice little. He ain't got to fucking carry the team, so a little third down option here and there, couple carries a game, change his speed back. I think it'll help him a little bit. What y'all say is over under? What y'all say is over under for total yards is? I say about 600.
Under everything. McCoy, you know, McCoy's my guy. Like I said, McCoy my guy. I always love McCoy. That's like family. But I think McCoy, I think they got a whole bunch of guys on that team, man. It's about to be washed, man.
Yeah, Ronald Jones was like the main guy over there. You know what I'm saying? Usually Bruce Arians like to ride one guy, but he might step in on pass, you know what I'm saying, passing down situations and give him a little help. So I'll say maybe 300. I'll give him 300 total.
Yeah, I'll give him about 300-400. I asked this question off air, and I know you guys answered, but I just want to get it back online. Outside, well, we go AFC right now. I mean NFC right now. Give me your contender, your team to contend a Super Bowl contender in the AFC right now. Team to watch out for. And we go around. We go Austin first, Skip, and then Tom.
So looking at the AFC, if I'm picking one dark horse contender. Oh, NFC?
Yeah, NFC.
I'm going with NFC. I'm going with the Atlanta Falcons. You know what I'm saying? You look at their weapons on offense. Matt Ryan been one of the best passing quarterbacks in the league since he got in the league, pretty much. You got best weapon on the outside in Julio Jones, the best number 2 in the league that I think in the entire NFL, and Calvin Ridley. You know what I'm saying? You look at the explosiveness on that offense. You bring in Todd Gurley. If he can stay healthy, man, you know, he should be able to give them a dose they haven't had in the running game for a couple of years. So, and they defense, man, they got hawks on defense, man. They ain't got big names, but they got dudes that can make plays. You know what I'm saying? You know, you got Deion Jones at linebacker. You got Keanu Neal at safety. They got dudes who can hit and hunt. So, I'm going with the Atlanta Falcons.
Yep, I like Atlanta. I don't think they're Super Bowl contenders. That they have a lot of injuries last year, so I think their defense will be a little better, but still can't trust Matt Ryan. Todd Gurley is iffy. You don't know what you're gonna do with Todd Gurley. They lost the tight end and Austin Hooper. They brought in Hayden Hurst, which I like Hayden Hurst, but I don't think he's gonna be as productive as Hooper, of course. And that secondary is a little shaky. Skip.
It's tough. It's tough for me. My top 3, the Saints, the Seahawks, and Green Bay. Reason why I got Green Bay first, you can never go against discount double check, man. Plus, they're trying to play him drafting that quarterback.
Yeah.
I think he I think he's coming back with a vengeance. So I'm putting Green Bay at the top of the chain on mine.
Green Bay. I like Green Bay. Austin actually a big Green Bay fan. Green Bay. I'm lying. I'm saying I like Green Bay. They Green Bay.
Oh, this is
I'm gonna
this
go
a
with
big brother online right now.
I'm fucking with Seattle. I think
I knew I should have went before his bitch ass. I knew I should have went before his bitch ass. Go ahead,
I like
man.
that Jamal Adams. I like that Jamal Adams trade, man. I think their offensive line was just starting to get in the groove last year. That running game should be picked up. So DK Metcalf take another step. So I'm a ride with them boys.
Adams was a much needed addition over there, right in the middle of that defense. That's right what they was. That's what they needed.
I like Seattle a lot. I like Seattle a lot. That's actually was one of my one of my picks. Like Skip said, he got a couple. I got a couple. If Tone took Seattle, I'm gonna have to go. So
Your shit going out, huh?
No.
Phil's over there.
DTBD.
What you drinking over there, Skip? You got your nice little Marlowe.
Yeah, I'm saying that.
No,
I
it's
hope you got some
wine, man.
Pinot
I'm
on
on my Mav Carter shit, man. It's Mav Carter shit. Wine shit.
What kind of reds you got in there, dog?
Marlowe. I'm a Marlowe type guy.
Okay. That's what's up.
Man, my wife is in a wine group, man. We really probably got like 30 bottles of wine in my house right now, man. But, I'm probably pouring me up a little, you know what I'm saying?
That gives me too much trouble. That's why I got to stay with the wine. Anything possible. Once you drink that.
Yeah.
My nigga E just popped in.
What's the deal, bro?
D shit popped out, so waiting for him to rejoin. Hold on. Let me call him. What up, though?
What's good?
Yeah.
What's the deal?
That's the deal.
What's going on?
Good? Y'all smooth?
Oh, yeah. How about yourself?
Oh, yeah, pretty good. Happy birthday, D.
That nigga shit, he popping back in. Congratulations on the engagement, my boy.
Yeah, congratulations,
my
my dog.
Appreciate that, bro.
That's huge. Congrats.
Man, like second time around, you know what I'm saying? Trying to do that shit right. You know what I'm saying?
Got to do it right. Do it right, Father.
Appreciate that, though. What y'all been talking about? I know it's been like 5 minutes and shit. I had to get to the charger and shit.
See, we just chopped it up about the NFC playoff teams. Who you see as a dark horse contender coming out the NFC, bro?
Northwest.
And NFC.
I hate to say it. I hate to say it. I don't know. I mean, I always hated the Packers since I was a little kid, but you know what I'm saying? Them niggas just too motherfucking good, dog. Like, shit.
Hey, Skip, I be trying to tell these boys Davante Adams a bad boy, man.
Man, he is. You can't. That's what I'm saying. You can't count them out, especially how they try to play him early, like with the draft and the quarterback, and they kept asking Aaron Rodgers all those questions. He was so smooth about it. Really, he was saying, like, just wait till next year. I'm going to show y'all, and then I might dip on y'all.
Hell yeah.
Right.
Who you got, E? My part. Who you got, bro?
Well, Detroit nigga all day. You know what I'm saying? Always lying.
Hey, you about to get toned down up, man.
You know what I mean? It's like you got to it is what it is. Shit. Why the Packers out that bitch?
They brought in some good pieces.
Hey, I like Galladay over Davante Adams. You know that, Oz. What's up, man? Let niggas know what that bet is.
No, man. Man, Davante Adams something different on the outside, man. So me and Tone got a bet locked in. Davante Adams versus Kenny G in receiving yards and touchdowns, man. $30 a piece.
That's steep.
I'm gonna be getting paid.
That's
man.
steep. That's steep.
Paid,
That's steep. That's steep. Because Kenny.
You got Marvin Jones over there taking attention away from Kenny too.
Right. No. But Kenny been stepped up since Megatron left on some real shit. I like him better than Marvin Jones. Honestly,
Y'all gonna pay him? Y'all gonna pay him though?
Yeah, hell yeah, we gonna pay Kenny G. Kenny G, hell
they
yeah.
need to.
You got
They
to
need to.
They need to.
Hey, he up. He do.
You
They
definitely
need to.
do.
It's like what else you got? You know what I'm saying? It's like, you done got rid of everybody. So it's like,
Mhm.
you gonna have to pay up, basically.
Yeah.
But the coach, he more defensive. So it's like, I don't like if they change the coach, they'll be better off. Like Matt, he just too defensive, and that shit ain't worked for the past 2 years.
Yeah, he ain't had the personnel though, bro. And you know what I'm saying? In his defense, y'all ain't had the pieces to really put out there and play man to man like he want to play. That's his philosophy all day long. He want to play man to man.
He coming though. Well, you know what I'm saying? You got Jamie Collins coming over there.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. What y'all boys on? I'm back. That bright house acting's crazy.
Oh, okay. I came back on. I said happy birthday with your whole ass.
What's the deal, boy? What's the deal? You all right? I appreciate it, brother. I appreciate it. I looked up like, damn, I'm talking Austin, head froze. I'm like, what the fuck happened?
No, happy King Day, dog.
Good looking. I
Enjoy
appreciate
that
it.
shit.
How you doing? You all right?
Yeah, you know me.
That's what's up. What y'all talking about?
We was really just still talking.
Man, whole ass Lions, man.
The fucking Lions.
What is there to say about the Lions, man?
Nothing.
He
Right.
said he said they coming out the NFC. Shit.
Who said that?
I said the Packers. I said no. I said no. You know you misquoted me. I said I'm a Detroit nigga all day, but I said the Packers gonna come out. I hate the Packers out a little, but
The Packers. Hey, I give it this. If it's the Lions' chance to win, man, the Lions' chance to win now. You got Aaron Rodgers mad, and you don't know what's going on in there. I think Minnesota took a step back. Chicago is fucked up right now with quarterback situations. So if anything,
Fucked
if the
up.
Lions,
God damn.
if the
Chicago real
Lions do
fucked up.
anything, it's time to do it now. It's time for the Lions to do it now.
How you think they're gonna play though? How you think the season gonna turn out? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how y'all feel about that no fan shit?
No fans. I mean, if you play it right, no fans is all right. The NBA, you don't even notice there's no fans in the. I mean, you don't even.
That shit's still weird though. That shit's weird as fuck.
In the NBA, it looks pretty decent to me. I like how they doing it. So if they got the right sound, you ain't even gonna really, you know what I'm saying? Notice there's no fans like that. I like it. I mean, I think it's gonna.
I think it's more because NBA they more indoors. NFL, MLB they outside more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that shit like hella weird. You know what I'm saying?
It is what it is. Shit. We got a podcast going right now with no fans. Shit. No, but it is what it is, man. It is what it is. How? What about that Stafford scare, man? How scared was y'all when they talking about Stafford was out, man, with COVID? How scared was y'all that Stafford was gonna opt out for the season?
It's all precaution.
Yeah. I mean, shit, he was out most of last season anyway, right?
That nigga, I didn't care.
Right, he was out most last season.
Tone, a big Lion fan. Tone, was you scared?
Tone will be right back, man.
Tone?
He gone. Tone gone. Tone gone.
Tone gone.
Tone want to go pour a drink.
Tone gone. Hashtag Tone gone.
Gil, was you nervous for Stafford?
I ain't gonna lie to you, man. What's going on, man? I really think a lot of stuff should just be shut down right now. I mean, it's to me, your health is way more important than anything. You know what I'm saying? And the way things going on, like for instance with the NBA, the bubble's cool, but what happened when somebody catch it? Now what they're gonna do? Shut the whole NBA down? They're gonna quarantine this person? Like this year already been, excuse my French, fucked up. So I think we should just end it. Just let this year go by, revamp, and then do everything next year. If that makes sense to me.
Long as you keep Lou Will out the strip club,
Right.
worry about nobody.
Right. He got to eat though. He got to stop getting the wine, bro.
Gotta eat for sure.
Stop getting the wine.
Oh my.
See a little ass?
But I'm not mad at the NFL. I agree. I
There you
agree.
go.
Most sports
Tone
should be stopped.
Tone
I
back.
think most sports should be stopped. I wasn't, but the way that if you can do it the way the NBA did it, where you basically seclude everybody from their family and shit and lock everybody down, you got to stop it because the spread is too dangerous right now. And if you
Right.
once, 2, 3, the way the baseball doing it is fucked up. These games getting canceled because 14 players got it, 8 players got it. That ain't gonna work in the NFL, man. That's too superstar based, man. You be mad as hell. You want your second and third string quarterback?
Right.
Yeah.
But I get it. Like you got to think too. Like some of those low level players on each level in each sport
You got
ain't
check.
really getting paid. So
Yeah, they need
they're
that
not getting
motherfucker
that
back.
guaranteed check. So they got to figure out some way to make sure that they can at least get. I ain't saying pay them what they fully worth, but at least give them something, man. Because every other your job, unemployment, all that stuff for the regular people is happening. But we need something for the athletes. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to think about it. I was reading an article the other day. It said only out of the whole nation, only 17 colleges can live without sports.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
That's crazy. And most of them was like Ivy League schools.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
That's why they was
Or
supposed to
NAI.
cancel that
Yeah,
shit.
definitely.
That's nuts. That's crazy.
Yeah, Power Five conferences just met today. You know what I'm saying? This season upcoming is still hanging in the balance. The MAC done canceled. Big Ten only playing conference only. You know what I'm saying? So
And then I seen some on ESPN about what conferences like Stanford and all them in.
Pac-12.
Pac-12.
Pac-12, they was basically saying if they don't agree, that a lot of those players is going to opt out. Like the top quarterback saying, like, hey, if you don't figure this out.
I heard the Pac-12 was talking about like boycotting.
Yeah.
Boycott. Yeah.
But they not only is they talking about COVID-19 shit, they talking about nigga, we essential workers. We need some type of payment. Like we looked up without us playing, nigga, we fuck up all this shit. We the money into all this whole situation, nigga. Y'all gotta kick some of that back to us.
Right.
I just think, like you said, it's a terrible time.
I'm running in and out.
Yeah.
They said they gonna need some of that, huh?
It's just a terrible time right now, especially with what's going on in the world with cops. And I just think we should just, like you say, just shut everything down, regroup, and figure out how we can become better as a nation. To be honest.
And all the shit that I've been I done went through, like being alive for like 30 years, you know what I'm saying? We done had anthrax, we done had, all type of shit thrown at us. But this shit, like, really ended the world, bro. This shit really ended everything.
Yeah, shut the
So
world up.
it's like, what we gonna do now? It's like,
That nigga said it ended the world.
And the whole world was at a standstill. Everything was shut down, man. That was crazy, man. Like
ain't nothing else shut down everything. You know what I'm saying? Anthrax, SARS, all that shit. Ain't nothing else shut down anything. Ebola, all that shit. Ain't nothing shut us nothing but this shit. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, as man, you know what I'm saying? You got kids, you got to protect your kids. You know what I'm saying? School coming back around, you got to figure that shit out. You know what I'm saying? You still work, you got to work every day. See how you going to get up, go to work every day. You know what I'm saying? That shit just crazy, bro.
Hey, I don't know if y'all
really like mind blowing.
The first 2 weeks of COVID was fucking nuts, though. Before niggas got their feet and learned how to deal with this shit, nigga, like early March, dog, going in the
it was chaos.
work in the grocery store, dog. That shit was the worst shit I ever seen in my life, dog.
Yeah, people was buying everything. It was an apocalypse.
That shit looked like
all the
you walked in the grocery store. That shit
I
like
don't know. I was in the house. I was in the house sick.
I was at aisle 6.
I was in the house sick.
Oh yeah, this nigga missed it. This nigga played 6 motherfuckers, man.
Yeah.
You asshole.
That first 2 weeks was crazy, dog.
I ain't get unemployment. Hey man, so I understand we dealing with some real shit and people do like Okay. Okay.
Y'all
But I
wanna
understand y'all. Go ahead, Tom.
No, I was just about to switch topics. Go ahead.
Because I was about to say that. I understand y'all, you know what I'm saying, want to be woke and everything else. But enough of that depressing ass COVID shit, man. We got some NBA people. Hey, I'm not gonna lie, man. I agree, like shit is crazy. I'm not one of those guys that shut down sports, man. Did you know what life was like without sports?
Right.
Oh yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. Like we need that shit.
I understand what you're saying.
It's like a mental
I'm
thing.
with you. I want everybody to be okay and healthy, and I want the nation to get better. I agree, but man, without sports and keeping niggas in the house, shit, you see where we dealing with now. Shit, we came outside. There's been 3 niggas murdered every day in every state.
Right. Sports is like sports is like therapy, bro. Like
No. I
Yeah,
get that. No, I get that it is therapy. Don't get me wrong. But on the flip side, man, these athletes are human too, man. And you know, me being a former athlete, man, it's like you said, I think it should shut down, man, because it's crazy. 1, 2, we got to be worried about like mental healthness. For us to be stuck in a house or an NBA player stuck in a room, not around their family, you know that messes with your mental too.
Yeah, true.
Mhm.
True.
So they can't be around their family. They can't move the way they want to move. It's just like you said, when we look up 10 or 20 years later from this, kids that was born around this time or kids that was going through what they're going through now this time, they're going to have some mental problems. Just to be honest with you, because of what we're going through.
Definitely gonna have a mental problem. You're right.
Yeah.
And then and unfortunately, I was listening to Sway in the morning. They was talking about the school shit, and the teacher called in, and you know the teacher was like, "Man, I feel bad for my students who needed me." You know what I'm saying? The students who had no one to talk to, who had, you know what I'm saying, nobody really to look out for them at home. You know what I'm saying? Now they stuck at home and they don't have nobody. They going crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They ready to commit suicide.
Right. Mama mama on drugs, daddy ain't there, all type of
Right.
shit, bro.
So,
They
Sula
ain't
was the
eating,
only safe haven. Sula was their only safe haven. So yeah,
and they ain't eating because you know most of the time kids go to schools to see their friends because that's happy times. They know they're getting a meal. I mean, it's just like you said, man. It's just a crazy time right now.
Shout out to Mr. Gilchrist, man. His typing school teacher at motherfucking Cerveny Middle School, man. He crack jokes all the time. Like, hey, see us in the hallway. Hey, lunch over, dog. You can go home now. Hey, but we got a lot of NBA shit to talk about, man. Y'all can
Hold
play
on,
that
real quick before we go on. Before we get off of that, you want to talk about Darius Geis and DeAndre Baker?
Oh yeah, Darius Geis. Yeah, Darius Geis, man. Sorry, hey man, that's one of my pups, man. Too. That's one of my pups too. I like Darius Geis a lot, man. We talked about that, man. In the NFL, man, it's just crazy. It's unfortunate, you know, that he had a domestic violence case. The NFL, man, it's just those players, like Tom was saying, man. Those players in the NFL, man, they're a little wilder than everybody else, man. You don't see that many domestic violence and violent cases in every other sport outside of the NFL, man.
Yeah, of course, because you train to hurt, especially the defensive players. They train to hurt, man. Like if you can, it's so crazy, man. If you blink and you on your head, so that means like one of these football players is that quick for you to blink one time and they tackle you or slam you on your head, man. They got to get that aggression out.
That shit, to me, like that shit is equivalent to boxing, man. Them niggas be crazy as fuck. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's a combat sport for sure.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Darius Geis, man. I hope he land on his feet, man. I mean, young man deal with a lot of injuries and now this, man. I mean, first, you know, we don't condone domestic violence. I hope the young lady is all right. You know what I'm saying? He get help for what he need. Don't care about his career off rip. You know what I'm saying? Just get his mental right, because we know he ain't in the right mind. Like I said, dealing with injuries and everything else. But that was my pup, man. That was one of my pups. So I hope we get it together, man.
Right.
He got some talent. He got some talent.
And DeAndre Baker is the one that caught the charges with the whole armed robbery shit, right?
Yeah.
Dunbar got the charges dropped, and now the state said they're gonna prosecute him. Baker, my man, Baker. That's crazy. I don't know that story. I didn't really looking into that story. I don't know what's going on with that, but
I heard they paid the nigga off, and still the state still pressing charges.
Yeah, like I said, they dropped the charges against Dunbar. They dropped
But the state picked it up.
It's fucked up. I don't know. It was armed robbery, right, with him,
Yeah.
right?
Like they was at a
Yeah.
barbecue and robbed some niggas. I don't know what the fuck happened.
That's kind of goofy. That's kind of goofy, man.
Fuck it, man. That's it on the NFL, man. Yo, y'all gonna get y'all a J. Cole Dreamville Pistons jersey, man?
Hey, before we
I
before we switch, who y'all got in the AFC?
Oh, in the AFC, I got Houston, man. I like
I got KC.
I like Houston coming out.
AFC.
Somebody shit choppy, man. I don't know if that's
You got KC again? Oh,
Yeah, I'm going
what's
KC.
on that, though? Yeah, I actually like Cleveland, man. I like Cleveland. If they all the pieces are together for Cleveland to be great. If they can do it, they can if Baker Mayfield can make it right, so I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's on Baker Mayfield. So
Odell don't
they got all
want
the
to play
plays.
though.
They got all the
Odell don't want to play.
Odell want to play. Odell just wants some attention, man. You don't give Odell attention. Man. He quitting. He doing this. He doing that. He want to play. Odell want to play. He wants.
I know. I'm just messing with you. I know you do.
Yeah.
Them two running backs they got over there dangerous too.
Dangerous. That's why I said they dangerous at every position. They dangerous at every position. It's gonna all fall back on Baker and that coach. You know, your coaching got to be up to par. But if they can stay healthy, I like Cleveland. Austin.
I'm going with Indy. I like Indy for the reasons I mentioned before, man. Chris Ballard, GM over there done a good job developing that football team. They got a lot of young talent on both sides of the ball. They can run the football. They can rush the passer. They got great tackling. You know what I'm saying? Led by Darius Leonard, your star linebacker over there. You know what I'm saying? I believe in Jonathan Taylor, man. I think Jonathan Taylor can carry the load. So I see Indy as a 10-win football team this year.
I like
For Philip Rivers, they can go from 10 wins to 10 losses. Go ahead, though.
Yeah,
I
real
I
shit.
like Houston, man. If they can shore up their defense, they offense, they should go crazy. They was just starting to get a groove with they off another team that struggled on the offensive line, but with them getting David Johnson, he can switch the pace. He can catch the ball out the backfield. And it's basically an every down back. Then they got Brandon Cooks with Fuller. I think I like their move. I think offense could be one of the best offenses in the league next year.
With Deshaun Watson, you never know. So
Yeah, okay. You never know with him.
Evan, who you like?
How I feel about how y'all feel about San Fran?
They got questions, man. Losing Debo hurt, man.
Yeah,
Losing Debo hurt.
San Fran. I like San Fran though.
But who you got out? That's the NFC. Who you got coming out the AFC, Evan?
AFC. I'm gonna have to go with the Chiefs, bro.
Man, y'all making some surprise picks with this. With this.
Because let me tell y'all. Skip just asked how we feel about the AFC, but we already discussed. Me, Tone, and Austin while we got different teams, it's because we said outside of our questions when we asked about the shit, it was outside of Kansas City and Baltimore. Who do you like? So that's why you'll see me with Cleveland, Tone with Tennessee. I mean with Houston, with Indianapolis. Obviously, we know Houston is the best team, Kansas City is the best team. Baltimore is next.
Honestly, I think
had outside those guys.
I think Baltimore will come back with a vengeance. Lamar Jackson was mad as fuck last season. He gonna come out. He gonna try to come out balling.
Yeah,
they set up to do so. They set up nice.
But just want everybody to know, everybody that's watching, don't just think we just saying like we recognize that Kansas City is the best team. We know they got the best chance to repeat. But when we talked about it offline, me, Tone, and Austin, we said outside of Kansas City and
Baltimore for sure.
Who was the next team that we had up? So that's why we picked those guys.
Baltimore for sure.
But back to what Tom was saying, man. We all done with that. Let's go back to the NBA, man. Y'all buy J. Cole jerseys or what, man? J. Cole fixing or what?
Look, listen. He try out. I'm buying that bitch. Real shit.
I think that's. I think. Go ahead. I'm gonna let all y'all go. Skip.
I'm gonna say this. I've been watching the Master P documentary. So if Master P can play in the NBA, J. Cole can play in the NBA.
Exactly.
I ain't mad at that. Austin?
Man, listen, it's all propaganda at the end of the day, man. They bring in J. Cole, man. Listen, man, you know, it is what it is, man. I'm a J. Cole fan, man. If the boy if he can hoop, man, I love to see what he got, man. But I think it's just a marketing ploy, man.
Yeah, I think it's I was about to say, 'cause I know Tom's gonna go with the same thing I go, and Tom's gonna go on a little more. I think it's a marketing play, man. I think it's kind of, man, all these guys out here looking for trials, and you just automatically jump at J. Cole or tryout, man.
Yeah,
I think that's a little disrespectful to me. I think it's just to sell tickets. Go
But
ahead.
how to
absolutely.
though? They're not gonna be able to get that tryout right now because, man, the process of them going through quarantine, and it's just like you said. I think it's just the hype right now because it couldn't even happen right now. I don't think anyway.
Like you said, it definitely can't happen right now. But I think it's bullshit, man. I just watched a nigga that ain't in the league named Marcus King score on everybody, all these fucking 6'8" niggas, dog. If he don't get a shot in the league, and y'all offering J. Cole contracts, man, I'll be done with the NBA, man. Marcus King looks like a certified bucket, giving niggas 30, 40 points in that basketball tournament, man. For former NBA players, man. So I really feel like Marcus King should definitely be getting a shot over somebody the likes of a J. Cole, man. But shout out Cole World, man. I fuck with J. Cole.
I like J. Cole. I agree. I'm with everything Tom said. I think it's crazy. I mean, but if J. Cole can play, he deserves a shot. We're not saying he doesn't. We're not saying he don't deserve a shot, but he just don't just go to the front of the line. He don't just go to the front of the line over guys who's been doing it for
I'm
years.
not gonna lie. I'm saying he don't deserve a shot. You can't just get a shot because you got money and you popular, man. When Master P did that shit, if I'm not mistaken, Master P was still in his 20s. If I'm not mistaken, fucking J. Cole is like 33 years old, man. You just don't give up fucking not play competitive basketball since college for 12 years and fucking go out there and hoop.
Yeah, like you got something to say?
Yeah, don't disrespect the game like that. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The Lakers, LeBron and the Lakers struggle, man, right now. Are y'all worried? LeBron's definitely struggling in a bubble right now. I didn't have no stats. I didn't even look at the stats with that. But LeBron is definitely struggling. The Lakers not looking that great outside of Anthony Davis. Are y'all worried about LeBron and the Lakers?
No. I'm gonna say no. The reason why is, man, that's the king. 1, 2. You got to shake the rust off, man. It's only what 4 or 5 games since they've been playing in the bubble.
Yeah,
but if I'm bound to put my last money on somebody, I'm gonna put it on LeBron James.
To get to the whole thing, Skip. To get to the whole thing, or to just do the conference finals. What you see?
Well, I got the Clippers winning it. I just think the Clippers are that much more dominant just because they got the bench. They got the top three defensive players in the NBA all on one team. Patrick Beverly, and Kawhi, man. When they lock in, then one thing I don't like about people, man, they don't give Kawhi Leonard they don't give him the respect that he deserves, man. For him to go to two different teams and win on both teams and win MVP on both teams, that's hard as hell. Yeah. That's super hard. That's super hard. So to be honest with you, people should be talking about Kawhi up here. Like, Kawhi should be one of those top-tier players that I get Giannis and LeBron, but Kawhi he proven himself. We should be saying Kawhi is the best player in the NBA.
I'm mad at that.
I'll go real quick. I think LeBron's struggles are real, but like Skip said, I think it'll by the end of the bubble we'll forget the first few games of the bubble. I think LeBron gonna get it together because he LeBron. When haven't he proven that he gonna show up? And the second thing is going back to what Skip just said. The reason I kind of disrespect Kawhi myself. Not saying he's not a great player. I got him as a top 5, maybe probably a top 5 player in the league. But I kind of put an asterisk on this championship. I made this point before. If I'm gonna put an asterisk on Golden State championship when they beat the Cleveland and that first one when Cleveland lost Kevin Love and Kyrie, I'm gonna have to put an asterisk with on Kawhi championship with them losing, with Golden State losing KD and Klay Thompson. I think it's only fair. And he didn't go up against a full strength Golden State squad. And so to that point, I gotta shade him a little bit. Other than that, he is a beast.
Yeah, I mean,
Is that his fault though?
I was about to say that was my whole argument.
And Toronto was dominant throughout that series from games 1 to 4, even prior to Klay going down, bro.
But
You
he
know what I'm
still
saying?
play without KD.
So, I mean,
They still play without KD. It's an asterisk.
That's not their fault.
That's an all-time team without Toronto. Still ain't got no business beating them without KD.
That's true. And that's not their fault. That's not their fault that they got hurt.
And then when KD does play, man, we say it's not fair anyway. You know what I'm saying? So we say it's not fair anyway. So I mean, come on.
So there's your parity. Yeah, there's your parity.
I mean, but they did do that off the fly. You know what I'm saying? And they was in that game. And when they was winning, when Klay Thompson went down, they was up. Golden State was up.
But they was down in the series. When they down in the series, what? 3-2?
Yeah.
They was down, but they was down in the series 3-2. But they was up in Game 6 when they lost Klay Thompson. You never know how.
That's because of Kevin Durant's performance in the first quarter.
But what he's saying is, what Austin is saying is basically they were who they were against Klay Thompson no matter what. Klay
listen,
Thompson, Steph, no matter what.
You got no business being up 3-2 with Pascal Siakam as your second best player in that series, man.
Right.
Them boys balled out, man. They earned their keep, and he emerged into a star.
Right. I agree.
And they played for two.
I agree. I think Kawhi should be up there. He doesn't get the credit he deserves. He does. He deserves a lot. He should be up there. I think he's top 5. He's top 5 in the league for sure. Top 3 in the league.
No doubt about it. Yeah.
You
gotta also pay attention to while y'all watch, man. Watch how people go away from him. So they run plays on the opposite side of Kawhi, man. People really scared of Kawhi, man. He got them big old hands. Man, Kawhi a killer. Just next time you watch them play, just watch how they run the offense away from the.
Kawhi killer. I agree. And then when LeBron struggles, y'all right. I mean, I was a little worried because I'm a big LeBron fan, and I was a little worried. But y'all right. I mean, LeBron in his 17th season. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he never really had a jump shot, so he's struggling. But we're gonna see how it is in the playoffs. For right now, I'm a little concerned because that they don't have a point guard. I like Dion Waiters, but you don't know what you're gonna get with these guys. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The bench is shaky. You know what I'm saying? So I am a little concerned. Portland is a problem. You get a mad Dame Lillard, Portland is a problem. So for them to play Portland in that first round, I am a little nervous about that if Portland can get that spot. You know what I'm saying? If anybody else don't have nothing else to do that, nothing else about that, give me 3 to 4 players. Who's your favorite players in the bubble right now?
You want to start
Luka Doncic.
Yeah, go ahead. Whoever start. Austin, you go ahead and start. Give me 3 to 4 players.
Man, listen, I got to start off with Luka Doncic, man. Watching him last night, man, that boy's so advanced, man. His feel for the game, man. Getting people involved, man. Getting to his spot, shooting the ball as well as he does, man. Averaging damn near 30, 10, and 9 on the season, man. In his second year doing it. Man, listen,
at 21?
Man. Yeah, man, like that boy is a problem, man. I mean, I think teams ain't looking forward to playing Dallas in the first round. They might not have enough, you know what I'm saying, advance to the second round. But if I'm Houston or OKC, man, I'm not looking forward to playing them in the first round.
Are they looking at the Clippers? They're looking at the Clippers for the first round too, right?
No.
Yeah, they pretty. You know what? They is pretty much mathematically locked into that 7. So yeah, they would play the Clippers.
Give me at least 2 more teams, 2, 3 more teams. I mean, 3 more players, 2 or 3 more players, at least 2.
I'm gonna go with Jason Tatum as my second one. You know, I love what Jason Tatum been doing. And then 3, man, I'm a homer, man. So I'm gonna have to go with Chris Paul, man. I love the way Chris Paul been hooping all year.
You from OKC?
Listen, man. You know I'm an OKC fan, man. I gotta ride with the squad, man. Chris Paul, he ain't got the credit he deserved all year, man. He definitely all NBA second team at the very worst, man. So, you know what I'm saying?
Most
He been hooping all
improved.
year. I gotta give him his credit.
He should be in that topic for most improved. or MVP. The reason why I said it is because what he's doing with that third team, he should be. I'm not saying he should win MVP, but he should be in that MVP MIP talk for sure.
I'm with you. Most definitely. They ain't got no business being the top 5 seed in the West right now.
I ain't mad at
Especially with that young. They're young. They are young. That team is young.
Yeah.
I ain't mad at
And
that.
they getting it done with all guards.
Chris Paul wouldn't be in my top 3 players in the bubble right now, but I ain't mad at your comment. I ain't mad at it. Skip.
So I'm gonna go Luke number 1 for sure. I'm going with him 1. I'm going TJ Warren 2, and then I'm going Devin Booker 3.
Devin Booker, I like that. I like your 3. I think your 3 is my same 3, so I'm gonna have to switch some shit up. Go ahead, Tom.
They've been going crazy. Listen to me. I've been saying this for a long time, man. Devin Booker is a problem.
There's a problem.
And people don't give him his respect because he in Phoenix. He don't be winning. But if he get on a team like
Don't get no tampering charges. Don't get no tampering charges, bro. Don't get.
Hey, I was telling Tone, man, I love to see him on the Hawks, man. Create a Splash Brothers Volume 2, man.
How about that? I like that too.
That's nasty. Him on the Hawks. That's nasty. Okay, well, that's nasty. Tone, give me 3, 4 players.
I'm gonna try to go 3 different players. Then y'all, I'm gonna go. Of course, I'm going Harden, my favorite player in the league right now, next to LeBron. I'm gonna go Harden. Who else I'm gonna go? Give me Harden, Michael Porter Jr., and Giannis.
Michael Porter been balling.
Michael Porter been going crazy. He's super impressive. If we just talking bubble numbers, his last game wasn't so good. He had to fill it out with Jamal Murray, but Michael Porter Jr. looking like a stealer, all steals in drafts, more recent drafts. Like he up there, Donovan Mitchell style with it. And then Giannis is Giannis, man. That nigga got 2 moves and you can't stop him.
You can't. Video game style.
That goddamn rip through in that Euro, bro.
And that spin move. You can't forget about that spin move in the paint.
That spin move.
Then James Harden, when that shit not going in, that shit is ugly as fuck. But when that shit is dropping, that shit is pretty as hell. He get hot, dog. That shit just start going crazy, man. That shit, he is scary once he get hot, man. You don't know what to do because he got great court vision. So I love Harden. Harden is one of my favorite players in the league, man.
Well, we all know, like you said, like everybody know Luka deserves to be number 1. I think TJ Warren should be in there, but since Tone gave 3 different ones, I'll go 3 different ones. I'm gonna go Dame Lillard just because he's a killer. You know what I'm saying? He's a killer, automatic. But just to give 2 new names out there, Kyle Lowry. I think Kyle Lowry don't get the respect he deserves either. We gotta look at Kyle Lowry. Kyle Lowry stepped up big time. We thought that team was dead. We thought Kyle Lowry was done last year. You know what I'm saying? Right. Kyle Lowry, he steps up in big games. Kyle Lowry been playing his ass off this year. I like what Fred VanVleet doing. Siakam, Toronto looking great. And my 3rd player of the bubble right now is it's a lot of great players balling in the bubble. They're not playing no defense. But another player, Kyle Lowry's best friend, who's balling. DeRozan been over there balling in San Antonio. DeRozan been over there balling in San Antonio too. He's been the guy. He's trying to fight for that playoff spot. I know shots coming a little more with LaMarcus Aldridge going down, but DeRozan been balling. So it's really no wrong answer because there's no defense been playing it in the bubble right now. So it's just all scoring. But I like what Kyle Lowry. I'm gonna stick to that. Kyle Lowry is my guy. I think Kyle Lowry deserves a lot more respect, man. A lot more respect in the league.
I agree. How y'all feel about Ben Simmons going down? Where does that put Philly?
That's a big problem because Embiid went down tonight.
See, I was the Philly fan. I was the Philly plan. I was the Philly plan out the group, just thinking that they'd get it together because they got so much talent between Embiid and Simmons. And then I like Tobias and all. I like the talent on the team. They just haven't figured it out. I was betting by the grace that they figured that shit out. But with Ben Simmons going down, man, that shit over with. I'm happy I can get off that pick now because I've been wanting to get off, but I'm sticking with my good.
I told Tone a long time ago that team was bad. I feel bad for Ben Simmons, that Philly team. Is it time to move on from Ben Simmons?
I think you get off me
If you can
personally. I think you get off
I don't think
Embiid
so.
before Ben Simmons.
If you can unload Ben Simmons for, let's say, a great package, I see Cleveland talking about offering like three first round picks, some shit like that. If you can unload him for something great, I think it's time to get rid of Ben Simmons. He can't shoot. Embiid only played 6 minutes this game and just went down. Philly has just been bad for Philly, man. It's been bad.
Yes.
So you think they should get rid of Ben over Embiid?
I mean, I like Embiid, but I think if it depends right now on what you can bring back there. Whatever you can. What is the one? What you can bring back?
What package get the best deal? Which player get the best deal?
I think Embiid. If you put him on a team that's gonna win, no, I think Embiid get the better deal. I think Embiid do get you the better deal, but I think Ben Simmons, long term, Ben Simmons will get you something great. I would rather have.
Who y'all think get the better deal?
Go ahead. Huh?
I was asking him. Also, you think get the better deal?
I think Ben Simmons has the attributes of a player you want to build around in today's league. You know what I'm saying? He might not be able to shoot the ball well from the outside, but his size, his length, his athleticism, he could defend 1 through 5. You know what I'm saying? He profiles closely to a guy like Giannis. You know what I'm saying? If used the right way. So I think it's all about market value at the end of the day. And Embiid's health is a problem too, but I wouldn't split them up yet, man. I think the right coach could do a better job with him. And you look at their team on paper, man. They tough. They just had the tough breaks, man. They need to be put in the right positions.
I agree.
Anything you want to add with that, Skip? Or you good?
I'm gonna say it's too early to break them up because, like, you got to think about it. Really, right now, you still got like for the last 5 to 7 years, you still got your dominant teams in the East, and you still got your same dominant teams in the West. One might switch out in that 5 to 7 years, but it's been consistently the same 5 teams, if that makes sense. So I think you keep them together, you build, because like you said, they still young. People don't understand that. They still, I don't even think
Neither one of them.
25. Yeah.
So they both young, build around them. The scary part is like the Al Horford. He's older. Tobias is older. JJ Redick.
No, he is. No, JJ Redick. I thought it was bad for letting JJ Redick go and bringing in what's my man name from Miami?
Josh Richardson.
Josh Richardson. I hated they let JJ Redick go in Philly too. I hated they let JJ Redick go. So I didn't like the Horford. I did not like bringing Horford in either in Philly. I didn't like it. But yeah,
we can't break them up yet. Don't break them up. Keep them. 2 more years, 3 at the max, and just see how it worked in. Because you got to think last year and the year before last, when they was healthy, they was top five teams in the East.
Definitely. This was something that was trending on social media that I saw a couple weeks ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. We had it in the group and it was popular. I know Tone's gonna love this one. Is James Harden the best scorer ever, the greatest scorer ever, pure scorer in the NBA ever?
I'm gonna go ahead and jump off first, man. I think so. The package he has with the greats, I think he's just got a more evolved game than Kobe and Jordan. It's just the evolution of the game, the way he scores, the way he gets to the bucket, the way he can catch and shoot. You know what I'm saying? The way he can shoot a mid-range jumper, his floater. His bag is unlimited. You know what I'm saying? The way he create fouls, it's just he can score in every way possible on the basketball court.
Who's next?
I'll jump in next. James Harden is a you're right. He's probably one of the best scorers of all time. I just can't give him that best score of all time because when it's time for him to score, he always fall back or you don't know where James Harden is. He doesn't show up in big games. So that's the only thing that's not going to give him the number one spot. To me, I think KD is probably the best scorer of all time. The way how smooth he is, the way he can shoot off the dribble, the way he can stop and pop, the way he can post you at 7 foot. So to me, I think Kevin Durant is still one of the best scorers of all time, in my opinion. But James Harden is not too far behind.
Awesome.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna have to agree. Allude to what Skip said, man. I mean, You know, James Harden is an incredible talent, man. I think his game is a perfect fit with today's style of play. You know what I'm saying? The way he can manipulate defense. And I think his best trait is how he can get to the foul line. You know what I'm saying? The volume of free throws that he get up. You know what I'm saying? He live at the foul line, and he can manipulate defense. He can lull them to sleep with that dribble, and that step back three is patented. But when I think about Kobe Bryant, man, and just the fear that he put in the guys on a nightly basis, man. I mean, I don't have the numbers in front of me, but he had to have averaged over 30 at least 4 or 5 times in his career, man. You think about the times, in those battles with Shaq against Indiana in the finals, young Kobe, man, like showing up and arriving in those moments, man. Like, yeah, I can't put a guy like Harden because I done seen too many times, including his first finals appearance against Miami with OKC. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't there, man. And that played a big part of him not being there. He done had struggles since then. But, I mean, Kevin Durant efficiency, man, puts him at the top of the list, too. So if I had to rank it, man, I got KD and Kobe as my top 2.
I agree with all y'all. I mean, I like what James Harden can do. I think James Harden is one of the best scorers in the league. Can't deny that he has had his struggles. He doesn't show up. That first finals, like you said, he was nowhere. You know what I'm saying? And he supposed to have been that piece that took them over. You know what I'm saying? It made them better. That first final he didn't show up. So I agree with all y'all saying. I think he's up there as one of the best scorers of all time. I can't, Kobe was a killer. KD, I think KD because KD can just shoot over everybody. So KD is definitely up there. You know what I'm saying? I think I will take Harden, me personally, because what Harden can do. And like I said, like Tone said, it's a skill drawing fouls and everything he can do. He you know what I'm saying? He goes out there and does what he wants. But I agree he does have to show up in big games before he get the respect that he deserves, I'll say.
Can we kill the narrative that all the great players showed up in every finals? Kobe had a terrible finals against the Pistons in 2004. Kobe had a terrible finals against the Celtics in 2009. He went like 7 for 28. Kobe is a great player, second best shooting guard to ever pick up a basketball. But at the same time, we ain't gonna ignore the facts. Like James Harden is the only player that had trouble closing out games. And when it's been him, Kobe done had struggles, and there's been greater players on his teams. And James Harden has also showed up in games. James Harden took that Golden State team that had a healthy KD, a healthy everybody, to 7 games and lost his co-star, and they lost. The same team that swept the greatest player of all time, in my opinion, LeBron James. He swept them. Harden took them boys to 6 or 7 on his back. So we gonna act like we not gonna ignore facts like Harden just don't show up. Harden averages 35, 36 points in the conference finals. And he's carried the team to the conference finals since he's been in Houston twice. Go ahead, Skip.
Yeah, but you can't take. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was saying go ahead.
No, but I'm just saying. All right, you saying that about Kobe, but before those times when Kobe played bad, let's talk about the times when they beat the Utes. You just got. And I don't have the stats in front of me, but I promise you, if you break Kobe's good games versus Kobe bad games, and James Harden good games and his bad games, Kobe won. He won. His percentages of winning was probably higher than when he lost. James Harden doesn't even have any winning percentages like championships. He don't have any of those things. You see what I'm saying? Like, don't get me wrong. He is a bad Mama Jama for sure. But he runs out of. My thing is, instead of scoring 30, just score 25 the rest of the season. Just score 25, and then when you get in the playoff, then give it 30. It seems like James Harden runs out of gas to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, he runs out of gas, and there be games where you be like, damn, Houston down, and James Harden only got 5 points, and he 5 for 15 or 5 for 20. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think to compare James Harden to Kobe Bryant's bad games is crazy. Kobe Bryant won 5 championships, so he has the right. He has the right to
Absolutely.
have. He has right to have bad finals when he was in how many different final appearances. You know, he has the right to have 2 or 3 that's bad. So I think that's crazy. Go ahead, Austin.
Yeah, man. I mean, all these guys are special, man. You know what I'm saying? That's the tough thing about these conversations, man, is we end up pitting some special black men against some other special black men. You know what I'm saying? And I hate doing that. So it's important to give everybody their flowers, man. But in reverence to Bean, man, and who Kobe was, man, he lived for those moments, man. You talking about it, elbow jumpers, post ups. I mean, you see how he got it done, man. He was a mid-range assassin, man. 81 on all twos, man. For the most part, it's like 60 through three quarters a couple of times, man. You know what I'm saying? And then, like D said, a few rings to add along with it. A couple of them in which he delivered by himself. You know what I'm saying? It's like we just talking two different cloths of fabric right now, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, James Harden is special, man. I want to see him get it done on the biggest stage. I think he can. I think they got enough pieces, but I just think his style of play is perfect for today's NBA, man. He's super smart. He's strong. He got a great handle, and he can shoot the ball well.
And then just to piggyback on what you said too, you got to go think about it like this. People only remember scores that win. If you go back, George Gervin was back in the day, they could not guard George Gervin. Benny Johnson. These are guys who was the NBA scoring champs. Carmelo Anthony.
Carmelo Anthony, yo.
Yeah, these were guys who were scoring the ball at a high level. To me, like when LeBron and Carmelo first started, don't get me wrong, I was a big LeBron fan, but I was an even bigger Carmelo fan. Denver Carmelo was my guy. You know what I'm saying? But people don't remember that because he didn't win. When you win, people put you in that Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, and the list goes on, but them are the top two right now. You know what I'm saying? But
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Chad.
So, I won't, but that's not the question. See, the question is just straight up bucket getter, though. It ain't necessarily his legacy and championships. It's buckets. We talking about scoring. His ability to put the ball in the hole and see. But
this is the thing. Tom. This is the difference. A great bucket getter to me is defined by somebody who could get it done in a number of ways in any situation. You know what I'm saying? The situation, see, James Harden got that first criteria. He could get it done in a number of ways. It's really, with in a couple of different facets, I can't really see James Harden not having a way he could get it done. It's just the situations that require him to get it done. He often shows up small. Some of the other guys you're comparing him to are guys whose legacy is founded upon getting it done in those situations, and they've gotten it done at a high level, and we respect them for it.
Oh, damn.
What's the deal, fellas?
What up, though, boy? I would agree that Harden has showed up small in a few championships. Some of his biggest moments, he wasn't there. But we gotta quit ignoring the fact when he has showed up in big games and ignore those and only bring up the times he hasn't showed up. He has showed up in conference finals games. His last matchup with Golden State, he averaged 35. You know what I'm saying? But we only look back to 2 years ago when he didn't show up in a game 5 or game 6, or go back to his second year when he showed up bad in the finals. He has showed in his career, he has showed up more than not. But because he hasn't beaten a Golden State team, we look at everything as his fault. Dawson showed up.
Hey, so for anybody else don't see what we talking about is Harden, the greatest scorer ever. Tone said yes. Tone said no. Tone said yes. Everybody else said he's great, but he got to show up in big games. So that's what Tone's talking about.
Yo, hey, so is my internet glitchy right now?
Yeah, you good.
No, you good.
You look like you
All right.
You don't even smoke.
Hey, but hey, man, I'm just chilling, man. I'm chilling, man. Hey, but Harden, the greatest scorer ever. Y'all know I really want to say my nigga KD is the greatest scorer ever.
Skip said KD. Austin said KD and Kobe.
But I will say this, though. Harden got to be the slickest scorer I've ever seen. I've never seen a nigga get to the free throw line 20 times a game. Like, that free throw line got him up there. I've never seen somebody average that many and-one threes. So I give Harden credit where credit is due. But all-around scorer, all-around bucket, I'm going to take KD all day.
And then the NBA different now, too. You got to think about
it's different stuff. Yeah.
You can't listen to the NBA now. back then, you got to think about it. Some of them cold scores, like if you gave a Kobe, I mean, Kobe was still in there. So he played in both areas. But if you get like a George Gervin or who else was a coach? Vinnie Johnson or Clyde Drexler or Dominique or one of them, the NBA, they'll probably do the same damn thing.
Oh yeah, I think Mike would have went crazy in this era where you really couldn't touch Mike all the way. I think Mike would have went crazy. Tone them always argue with me saying, you know, the rules was changed for Mike, but Mike still got killed going to the basket. He still got touched. So era where his body can stay healthy the whole game without getting banged up, Mike probably would have been a problem. Mike probably would have averaged
threes. Mike could be goddamn DeMar DeRozan in this era, man.
Hey, come on, man.
I'm mad I tapped in on that one. Let me log back out.
No, podcast blew up on this one, dog.
Y'all ratings about to go up, D, and it ain't gonna be for the right reasons, D. Y'all ratings about to go up.
Hey, tell the reason. Hey, see it before we logged on. Austin said, "Hey, so this won't go out to my friends, right? This won't go out to my real friends." That nigga told the reason Austin said that shit, man. He don't want nobody to see that.
Crazy, man.
Keeping it going. Damn, Dame put up 51-7 tonight.
Dame a problem, man. They done pissed Dame off. I need Dame.
Yeah, Paul George done brought the beast down.
Hey, see it real quick. Give me three players, your favorite players in the bubble right now.
Ooh, I'm really enjoying watching
KD.
He ain't in the bubble, bitch. Damn. What was it? Homeboy from was it TJ Warren?
Yeah.
I like that Trent dude, but Dame is probably see that's tough because I like what PG doing right now too. All right, Dame, PG, and I'm gonna take TJ Warren.
TJ Warren going crazy. TJ Warren going crazy. All right, so we were just talking. We just talking player versus player right now. Who would you rather have right now of these young guys? We were just throwing out names. Pascal Siakam or who do we say, Tom? We just throwing out some names. Pascal. Damn, I can't remember who exactly we said. I had this shit. I was trying to have this shit wrote down. I put some names down there, but I had Luka. But everybody know Luka over all the young guys. Luka.
It's crazy. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna say it on air too, man. It's crazy because I feel like I kind of slept on Luka because he just didn't look as athletic to me. And I know we had this conversation a few times, and I always be like, nigga, I still would take Ja Morant. But Luka is like putting up 2K numbers. He putting up 2K rookie mode numbers.
Ja Morant can't be in that gym with Luka in. I ain't even gonna lie. And I love Ja.
He can't
in that gym.
And Ja my guy, but Luka doing something different.
But I
Luka's
think
Austin,
I think Austin has some interest, and I think Austin took Tatum. We said Luka or Tatum, and Austin took Tatum. So you want to go on that?
I'm not mad at that because Tatum was one of my guys too, so I'm not mad at that. I think Tatum potential, he still ain't reached his ceiling yet. I still think he going all the way up. I think we starting to see the best of Luka.
Size and everything that can play point, but I want to let Austin go and tell us why.
Oh man, Jason Tatum. Listen, I mean, his size, he big, man. His size, he young. He only in his third year in the league. You know what I'm saying? So he's slightly older than Doncic, but man, what I done seen him do over the past couple of years, man, he just looked like he ready. He looked like he's a star emerging into a superstar before our eyes, man. He a 3-level scorer. He clutch. He get it done, and he don't shy away from the big moment, man. He done got it done against some guys with some nice resumes, man. You look at that game against the Lakers and how he played, man. You look at him against the Clippers, against the Rockets, man. He giving these boys problems, man. So I think not only him, but Jaylen Brown, man, that wing duo, man, they gonna be dominant for a minute.
I like that wing duo, but I just don't think that the Celtics gonna be able to keep both, man. I'm gonna be the first to say it. I don't think they're gonna be able to keep both. I don't think so either.
You think the Celtics?
That's ceiling. They play the same position, and after a while, I don't think one of them gonna want to come off the bench. Like I just don't see it. They both gonna want max money in a couple years. I can't see them keeping them both.
But Jalen did come off the bench. Was that last year or the year before last? So I don't think Jalen have a problem. Well, then he did. I don't know about now. But at one point in time, he was coming off the bench, remember?
I remember. I remember, but if y'all, I mean, Tone them got me all into this whole listening to other podcasts. And if I'm not mistaken, I was listening to Jalen, and he was just talking about his downslope, man, how he think he back on the rise. And he was being politically correct by saying, you know, I'm a team player, but I can hear in his interview how he was saying, I still think I'm that guy, and I want to be on the floor. So if they don't find a way for him to be like a Lou, where he on the floor when they count in the fourth quarter in them 3 minutes where they can play both of them, one of them got to go. One of them gonna have to go.
I think Brad Stevens does. People don't give him a lot of credit for coaching. I think he can get it done. I think he know what to do, when to do it, if that makes sense.
Now, y'all tell me what y'all think about this, though. If you find a way to get it done, what happens? Is that a nice lineup if you put Tatum at the 2?
No, Tatum got to play the 3 or the 4 for sure.
Yeah,
Tatum got to play the 3 or the 4.
I'm talking on phrases of getting them both on the floor.
Well, Jaylen Brown could play the 2 or the 3 for sure. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But yeah, Jason Tatum, he could guard forwards, he can guard wings. You know what I'm saying? Like his defensive chops. You know what I'm saying? He got all NBA caliber ability. You know what I'm saying, on the defensive end. So I think, you know what I'm saying, you could slide him in small ball 4 and play Jaylen Brown either as a 2 or the 3.
I agree.
I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. I'll give you a couple. I'm gonna name some teams, and y'all tell me the expectations of these teams this rest of this season, going into this playoffs. What's the ceiling on these guys? Just saying, we don't talk about Toronto enough. Toronto Raptors, can they get back to the finals?
I think so.
It's gonna be
They
tough.
can.
Yeah, they can, but it's gonna be tough for sure. Super tough.
Who's the
I'm
ball?
not
Who's the
necessarily
ball?
convinced that I think it's gonna be tough. Like, what makes it tough for them? Because they play defense well. It's a real rounded team. I think Kawhi really got into a nice situation. Like, I don't think it's that tough as people think it is.
I think it's tough.
They dog it.
Go ahead. Who's up?
Oh, go ahead, D.
No, I think it's tough. So who's gonna make? I mean, they need somebody in the playoffs is a whole. We all know the playoffs is a whole different game, and they don't have nobody that's gonna walk down and get you a bucket every time. You know what I'm saying?
That's my only question. Yeah.
So I mean, we can Laurie. Like I said, I give Laurie all the respect in the world. I like Fred VanVleet. Siakam is decent, but in the playoffs, when you need those guys, like I don't know who can score for them consistently to get them to the finals. The playoff round or two, that's different. But to the finals, I can't.
Because Kawhi was the guy that was making them shots.
Yeah, he was the
guy that was delivering.
Yeah. He was that 25 cent.
Man, you know what I'm saying? Show the credit. Hey, but you got to remember, Game 6 of that NBA Finals last year, Kyle Lowry went up. Fred VanVleet went crazy that whole finals. Pascal Siakam struggled a little bit, but his game has improved so much. He's looking like he's ready to take that next step. OG Anunoby didn't play last year. He's a whole nother option for them. So they got weapons. Norman Powell's playing like a great role player. I wouldn't be surprised if I think 1 through 9, they're a better team than Milwaukee. Milwaukee has the biggest star, but I think Toronto head up can beat Milwaukee in a 7-game series if they meet in the conference finals.
That's gonna be tough. That's gonna be. I mean, they got the experience, but that's tough. Giannis, and then you got Middleton, and then you got. It's gonna be tough. And you gotta think about this too. The refs, ain't no fans. It's a lot of stuff that play into factor. Don't get me wrong, Toronto can, but it's gonna be tough. It's just gonna be tough.
I don't think Toronto can beat Milwaukee in the 7 games.
And Giannis can nullify Pascal, so
Yeah.
I don't think Toronto beat Milwaukee in the 7 game series.
But I think Boston got a great shot because they got shot makers and they got just as many dogs on that team with Marcus Smart and some of them other guys we talked about.
I think Boston is great. I think Boston is there. But I just wanted to talk on a couple teams though before we just go to Boston or anything. But I don't think Toronto can get to the final. I don't think Toronto can beat Milwaukee. That's just my opinion. Next team. See it. This is See It. And last week See It said we went with NBA bold predictions, and he said that the Miami Heat will make some noise in the playoffs. It surprised a lot of people. So the Miami Heat, that's the team I want to talk about.
They're good. Hero is a bucket getter.
Yes, sir.
He gets buckets. Like he play like a. I ain't gonna say what he play like. but he just buckets.
Hey, I hear you. I hear you.
I think he went to Persian. Well, he left. He was at Persian when I left. You hear me? That's how he
Austin.
Yeah, man. I love Miami. They well coached, man. They got a nice culture over there. And Bam, I mean, Bam, one of the best young players in the league, man. And Jimmy Butler, you know what I'm saying? With Jimmy Butler over there, his competitive spirit, you can't count him out.
Can they make a finals run?
I'm not gonna. Me personally, I can't see them beating Boston or Milwaukee, but I think they can push it to. I think they can push the series to an extended series, man. They can make it competitive.
I think y'all really sleeping on that team's defense. I think everybody, even my man's just talking about how Hero a bucket getter. That team, that from top to bottom, plays defense. There is no slack off. So as long as that unit stays strong in the playoffs, it is going to be a problem for Giannis because he's not going to be able to get to the cup. Now, Boston will be a great series for them because they got a matchup, and there's 2 bucket getters with Tatum and Brown.
4.
So
there's 4.
Yeah, can't forget about.
I'm only giving 2 credit.
You can't forget about
you said it's 4. Hold on, what's the other 2? Kemba, my guy. So I give him 3. Kemba, my guy. I don't know about that 4th. That 4th might be a question mark.
Hayward giving him 20.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely a question mark. I'm not worried about Hayward. We're not worried about him at all. You feel me? we gonna let Iggy check him. We not worried about Hayward.
He said, "Who you for, boss?"
Tone, go ahead, jump in there, Miami.
I like Miami as a good little underdog story, but I'm not rolling with they can beat Boston, man. Kendrick Nunn is a good story, a great story, man. Came out the mat, he's a bucket, but I'm not. You telling me with the lights the brightest, you're gonna depend on 2 rookies, Kendrick Nunn, really 3, Duncan Robinson and Tyler Hero, and
no, I'm depending on Jimmy to get him over the hump. I'm depending on Jimmy B.
Hey, Tone brings up a good point. They got to shoot the 3 ball well. And outside of Duncan Robinson, where your shooters?
And listen, we're going to get it done. Like I said, we play D, top to bottom. Top to bottom. You got to get a bucket.
I understand.
You got to score that ball, too, though. You can't have 0-0.
I think we talked about Boston enough, so we don't have to talk about Boston. We all know who Milwaukee is. So we'll jump over to the Western Conference. What about a team like Denver?
Not to cut you off, B, but you can't put Indiana looking solid too.
You're right. You can't leave out Indiana.
Can't leave out Indiana. They looking solid.
They looking solid, but I don't have that much faith in them right now. I don't know what it is. It ain't hit me yet.
To see it point.
I was kicking it with some people.
They missing Sabonis.
Yeah, he hurt.
I think Sabonis not playing is gonna hurt them a lot because he can play inside and out. He can check 4s and 5s. Missing him, Miles Turner is a good player. He's a solid defender, probably first or second team all defense. But I think missing Sabonis in that middle for real is gonna hurt them a lot.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I really saw on Indiana like that. Indiana
But shit, if TJ Warren keep putting up 40, that's out the window.
Hey, Indiana might fuck around and put Miami out in that first round though.
Indiana. Hey, listen, man, don't talk crazy like that, B.
Hey,
don't talk crazy.
Like I said,
hey, but D, no, on some side note, because I know I was super late, man. You know, I'm tapping in, but. Did we congratulate Tone on his haircut?
Yeah, we did.
Okay. My boy crispy out here. Okay.
Last week, boy, it was hashtag.
It's like a week old now, too. Dude. It's like this. You know what I'm saying? It's still crispy. This is a week old.
Go on and talk about your other descents. Go on and get off with your other descents.
Yeah, man. You know, we good out here, man. My nigga Coop, shout out Coop Productions, man. We'll be back when this quarantine over, man. But right now, I got me together real quick.
All right, so let's keep going real quick before we gotta go. Denver. It's only a couple more teams I'm gonna name, and then we're gonna keep it going. Denver. Somebody
Denver.
go.
Hey,
Yeah.
Murray was looking good the other day, man. That's scary. Getting APG back, and boy, ain't been looking like no slouch over there. So that could get ugly.
The Joker,
It gets ugly.
the only thing with that is the Joker has not, with him losing all that weight, he hasn't adjusted to it yet. Once he adjusts to losing all that weight and playing at that weight, he's going to be dangerous. But he's been struggling.
I agree.
In that bubble, he's been struggling.
He's got a tone too, but his numbers are there, but he's been struggling. I agree. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
With Denver, I heard this analogy about certain shit. Denver just got a bunch of low spades, man. You know what I'm saying? They don't got no killer. You know what I'm saying? It's like you ever had a hand of spades? Like you got four spades, but they all 8, 7, and 5 and 4. It's like, you know what I'm saying? They spades.
Hey, D, man. Hey, man, get this nigga. Get Tone away from John then when he at work, man.
He got the OGs with him. He talk about them spades. He talk about them 3, 7, 5.
8, 7, 6, and 4.
8, 7, 6,
Hey,
and
that's
4.
all, hey, I might need to play that in the lottery, man.
I might have to too.
8, 7, 6, and 4. This nigga old as hell, man.
Hey, but for real, tell me that ain't Denver though. A bunch of they got a solid team, but they just low spades. Like
I feel you, bro.
I think Denver the emergence of Michael Porter Williams. Like I said Michael, but
Michael Carter Williams.
Yeah, I said Michael Carter Williams. I didn't say that shit had his pause, but yeah, I think they can be. I think they can surprise a couple teams. I mean, I wanted to see how he will play with Jamal Murray. Jamal Murray was trying to feed him still. So, you know, my biggest thing with Jamal Murray is he dribbles a little too much, and he was still trying to feed him. So I would like to see what they can do. They still got a couple pieces they can get back, but I like that Denver team overall. They got some spades. I mean, low spades still get some shit done. You know what I'm saying? So they got some spades. I like that Denver team a lot. I don't think they're ready to be a contender yet, but I'll give them another year. Austin or Sid, y'all gonna go on Denver real quick?
Yeah, I'm not a believer in Denver, man. I agree with Tone. They need to upgrade on the perimeter, man. They could use a big-time shot maker, man. So I just don't see that on the roster right now. Everything got to flow through Jokic, man. So, you know what I'm saying? They matchup dependent in my eyes.
I touched on it earlier about Murray being back, you know, but as I sit here and think about it, man, I really think that's a team that they feel like they slept on. They kind of give me a 04 Pistons vibe where there's some talent there and you feel like it's a missing puzzle, but if they play together, that team is a problem. But the question is, can they pull it off for 7 games? Because I don't see them sweeping nobody. I just see them, they got to get it out the ground. And can they sustain that 5 to 7 game series is to pull it out every time? Because I don't see a sweep, but that's definitely a talented team.
Last team, we're gonna go, and we're gonna let Tom go first because it's his favorite team. Houston. Is Houston ready?
Trash.
Houston.
Houston, they got to get hot. If they run into I think for whatever reason, I think they could beat the Clippers because the Clippers don't got a dominant big. You know what I'm saying? I think they could just outscore the Clippers. I don't think the Clippers can slow the game down and punish Houston like say even a Denver or Lakers team can with AD in them. With AD, LeBron just put the boys in a post like that. So depending on the matchup, Houston can get to the finals, depending on how that shit break down.
So you telling me? No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I'm gonna touch on Houston real quick before I get off, but I think when they got rid of Capella and adjusted that team for Westbrook to be great, that team became a problem. I just want to see if Westbrook gonna stick to his role when the game is on the line. in them series, which I feel like he got away from when he had PG and he had KD.
Y'all see that smoke coming out of Austin head right now?
No, I'm good, man. I'm good. Man.
Hey, but see, the thing is, I love Westbrook. You feel me? I remember when he got in the league. I love Westbrook. I just think at the end of the day, the man really don't understand his role to a team. Is he a franchise player? Yes. But at the end of the day, he's a very relevant franchise player because he's not the end of the game. I need a bucket player, especially now when I'm down 4, I might need a trade because that's not his game. He's a mid-range killer, whether it's mid-range or finishing at the rim. But when it's time to put that bitch behind the arc, it's not Westbrook. And now you get beside yourself when the game on the line. And we don't need that because we got shooters. We don't need that. Get that bitch up and play your role.
Go ahead. Skip.
I'm gonna just say this, just to piggyback on the Clippers. When y'all was talking, I forgot who said something about the Clippers. So you telling me if Patrick Beverly is on Westbrook and you switch PG and Kawhi on James Harden, they gonna still win?
Yeah, I don't know if you. My bad. Let me just answer that real quick. I don't mean to cut you off. Harden gave them boys 50 in 2 games this year. I don't know if you remember the way he did Patrick Beverly and Patrick Beverly almost took Paul George's legs from him. I mean, he almost had that boy.
I remember that. I remember that. But remember, let's rewind it. What did we say James Harden doesn't do? He doesn't show up in a big moment. So you think when
I got another thing for you.
Let's go back and what did we learn today, kids? What did we learn?
Hey, man, listen. Hey, I'm out, man. I'm out. I'll holler at y'all boys on the next one.
That nigga came to class late and left first.
And that's how you get it done. You hear me? I got shit on the floor. You feel me?
I got shit on the floor. All right, kid.
Drop my shit.
But
Daddy dropped.
And then you gotta.
Hey, look, drop my shit and everything.
Eric Gordon, health-wise, can he stay healthy?
That's a big problem.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
They need Gordon.
They gonna need Eric Gordon for the playoff run.
Yeah, so I'm just saying, Houston, like you
He's
said,
talking health. Is Kawhi gonna play back-to-back games in the playoffs?
I think if it's on the line, he will to win. I think he will.
That nigga Kawhi play every other game.
Tom,
that nigga Kawhi got FMLA. Shit.
You're right. You're right. But I think when them playoffs come and it's time, they gonna play. But for you, I hope Houston get it done, man. So we can stop saying that. You can, like I told y'all, James Harden is the best scorer. That's the best Houston team ever.
I'm picking Houston to beat the Clippers too, just because I want the Clippers out of the LeBron way. So that's my only reason. I ain't gonna lie. That's my only reason. Fuck it. Before we get out of the NBA and go to the culture, because we got a lot of little things to pick up real quick on the culture. We wanna wish Jaren Jackson, the man, a speedy recovery, man. Young boy been balling. Michigan State, you know what I'm saying? My guy balling, man. I mean, I hate to see a young player go down like that. But wish him a full recovery, man. Hope that boy come back and still be the same.
Yeah, for sure.
We got a lot of shit to jump in. We got a lot of shit to jump in the culture. We're gonna first just jump off that versus battle. How y'all like that versus battle, B?
It was a good battle because 2 Chainz got hits, but Ross blew that boy out, man. That shit wasn't even fair.
Ross definitely.
I'm gonna say this.
Go ahead.
Ross, people sleep. Rose. It's since I've been listening to rap and I'm 31 years old. It's only been a few that's been super consistent. Like I'm talking about not just consistent, but super consistent. Ross is one of those guys, man. Ross needs to go against a Jeezy or a Kanye West. Like Ross
or T.I.
But see, even T.I. to me, some of T.I. albums. Don't get me wrong, T.I. he is one of the greats, but T.I. got a few albums I can't listen to him all the way through.
Ross
Ross, I can't, man, them last 3 or 4 albums he done came out with, been classics.
Ross definitely got the great body of work. See, but thing is, and verses though, and you only need 20. You only need 20. And
That's true.
I think with the battle, I also think Ross blew him out. But Chainz deserves some respect because if those songs ring off against anybody else besides Ross, Chainz might win. Because Chainz has some 2 Chainz has some great songs. He has some good records that he was playing. But because it was Ross, I think they just set him up. I just think they set him up. And I didn't like how he was mad. He was mad talking on the Breakfast Club about that shit.
I seen that.
You played 20 records. Now
He thought he was Lil Bro on him.
yeah, I think a lot of people. I mean, you're gonna be mad, blah blah blah. And then I don't like how you cover it like, oh well, no, it's a celebration. No, the shit is called verses for a reason. It's verses. You know what I'm saying? The shit is verses for a reason. You know what I'm saying? He lost. You gotta take that L. You have to take the L. He has a lot of records, but what I do hate, I hate one thing I will say about the battle. Me and Tone was talking about that shit. And I know Tone was gonna probably bring it up too. I don't like how we was listening to a lot of people talk about the battle, and they all playing Rich. I mean, what's the song, Tom?
Spend It versus Rich
Forever. They all playing Rich Forever like it wasn't a big song. They said Rich Forever lost to what song? Spend It, right? Yeah. And Rich Forever is one of the top 5 Rick Ross song to me. I don't understand how they playing that shit like it ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? How that lose to like Spend It. I don't think that losing no Spend It. You know what I'm saying?
That shit crazy. If they that shit is crazy that they doing Rich Forever like that, man. But people change that shit on each song because one minute they say, oh, if the bigger song wins against a bigger song, then sometimes they're like, oh, that's a better song. That beats that even though it's a bigger song. They change that criteria each and every goddamn song. No, there's no way fucking Spend It is a better song than Rich Forever. And Rich Forever is a diss song. Yeah. But this is breaking news, man, because we're gonna get into the culture. Fucking Treyway Goons just beat up 6ix9ine security guard in the middle of New York.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Congratulations. They had to get a win. I'm not gonna lie. And I'm gonna let Austin go on that Rick Ross battle in a minute, but they had it. Tekashi was on my list. They gotta get a win. Tekashi been around embarrassing New York. Since he's been out, I can't lie. He's been embarrassing New York everywhere, hanging out everywhere. So Treyway needed a win. They had to do something. So I'm proud of them boys. Go ahead, Austin.
Hey, listen, the only thing I want to add to the Ross thing, man, we know Ross one of the top MCs in the game. I just think watching the verses, man, I came away with a lot of respect for Chainz Pen, man. You know what I'm saying? He was somebody that wasn't always tabbed as a lyricist throughout his career, man. I think he had one of the best rebrands that I done seen since I've been alive. You know what I'm saying? I'm a little younger, so you know what I'm saying? That Titty Boy to Chainz, you know what I'm saying? He done had issues with the label, you know what I'm saying? But dog, his pen, man, need to be respected among some of the best MCs we grew up watching, man. You know what I mean? So I just say, you know what I'm saying? He do deserve his flowers in that regard. But I would have loved to see Ross up against Titan, like Lil Wayne, T.I., you know, somebody of that stature, man. You know what I'm saying?
I agree. I agree with that for sure. Like I said, if those 2 Chainz songs ring off against anybody else, they probably win. Because he had some big records on that bitch. He didn't play nothing that was bad. Ross records was just that much better. You know what I'm saying? That much better. They say they got a big one coming up next. Who would y'all like to see next?
Bring the big dogs out, man.
I don't think Swizz Beatz can get the Drake off of the dumb shit he did when he was on live, drunk as hell, calling Drake a bunch of pussy boys. So I don't know if he can get a Drake. So who y'all think next? Who would y'all like to see next, real quick? Just give me some names, y'all. They got to be a whole matchup. Just give me some names. The next person y'all would like to see.
On some R&B shit, I got to see Usher versus somebody.
Chris Brown.
Usher versus somebody.
Chris Brown.
I do Chris Brown. Or Chris Brown versus Trey Songz.
I like Usher versus Trey Songz. But Usher might kill Trey Songz on some shit.
Usher killed everybody but Chris Brown. I think Usher and Chris Brown are close, but I think Usher will win, me personally.
But Chris Brown got some classics, man. Chris Brown is our Michael Jackson for sure.
Yeah,
I fuck with Chris Brown, but Usher music hit different, man.
No, it is.
Usher music, that's just R&B in general. You know what I'm saying? All R&B hit different.
Big freaky boy up in that bitch. Usher.
Now Usher gotta go get R. Kelly. We gotta get R. Kelly out of jail.
That
Make
nigga
him go
oh,
against us.
when I get you to the crib. That nigga freaky, man.
And I ain't the biggest, and the thing is, I ain't the biggest R&B nigga, but Usher hits is different, man.
Yeah, only freaky niggas got a big mirror like the one behind you.
Hey, my great auntie had one of those mirrors in her house, and she had plastic on her couch.
Yeah, freaky man. Yeah, that's me. Also, who you like to see?
Man, I want to see Wayne, man. You know what I'm saying? I want to see Wayne, T.I., one of them big dogs come out, man.
Hey, interesting, and we don't have to go on this. I think we should. But interesting fact, Austin said Eminem can line up with Hov. I don't think Eminem can line up with Hov or none of the heavyweights in hip hop right now on 20.
And another thing, I'm gonna add this on to what Austin said. As an innocent person who don't know this debate, and you was in high school around this time. Matter of fact, you was in college, 09. So smack that. Did smack that get the party when you was in college? Did smack that get the party going?
Hey, Skip, you don't need to answer that, bro.
I was about to say, they definitely had that boy jumping. I ain't gonna lie.
Appreciate that, bro.
Eastern Michigan, them house parties, yeah.
Hey, Skip, I was at Western, bro. I already know, man.
Hey, what was Tone doing with Smack? What was Tone doing in the club, Austin?
Hey, they're gripping niggas, man. Sit in the corner, man.
No, nigga in the club.
You know what I'm saying? I told that nigga Skip, I said, man, I'm trying to jump on some ass, man. He over there gripping me, man. Come on, man.
Dancing ass nigga.
Listen, dog. Like, I was off the porch. Smack that just wasn't getting played in the club like that. 09, that's like, dog, when we was at Broadways and all that, niggas wasn't going crazy to smack that, man.
Girls.
Listen, let's be honest. Eminem probably wasn't ringing off nowhere you was at, bro. I understand. But Eminem is respected around here, man. His catalog, man. His catalog is elite, man. He one of us, man. We gotta accept him, bro.
I fuck with Eminem.
Eminem can't fuck with no Jay-Z, man.
But he can't fuck with no Jay-Z.
That shit 20.
He'll beat Nas.
So if we ain't bringing Eminem out, who we bringing out, man? For Jay?
Kanye,
If y'all want to see Jay come out.
Kanye can mess with Jay. I ain't saying he can beat Jay, but he got some hits. He ain't gonna beat Jay, but it'll be back and forth with him and Kanye.
The only person that's gonna beat Jay, to me, the only person that's gonna beat Jay in 20 is Drake. I think Drake undefeated.
You think Drake beat him?
I think
Drake.
I actually thinking about it, man. I think Drake beat Drake. I mean Jay.
It's gonna be hard, man, because you gotta think Drake. Most of Drake's top songs is like R&B. Don't get me wrong, he got some rap songs too. But if you think of Drake top 5 songs, what is his top 5 songs to you?
Man, that's tough because it could be any 5, bro.
Right, but it's gonna be more slow. It's gonna be, for me, most of the stuff I think about is like Firework, like slow songs or in your.
I'm gonna put it to you like this, Skip. Ranking Drake top 5 songs like ranking your top 5 favorite J's, bro. It can change depending on the fit, depending on the colorway. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, he got rap songs. Like you think about 0 to 100 headlines. You know what I'm saying? Like
back to back.
You started from the bottom. You know what I'm saying? I'm just thinking of some of the
y'all think those is beating some Jay-Z shit? Y'all think fucking headlines or whatever you say is Jay-Z? I mean, Drake's best rap song is beating No Heart in the City or 99 Problems. You know that shit.
That's what I'm saying. Or Renegade or just I don't know.
Hey, we giving Renegade the M, Skip. He killed him on that, bro. We gotta give Renegade the M, bro. We gotta give Renegade.
All right, keep it going. No Limit Chronicles. Y'all, any of y'all boys been watching No Limit?
I ain't caught up on it yet. I still ain't watched it. I got it recorded. I'm gonna check it out.
Master P got to be a GOAT, man. He should. I agree when people say Master P deserves way more respect. Master P deserves way more respect, man. For everything Master P has done, man. Master P came in the game, like I said, nigga, with his own shit. Nigga turned down $1 million deal. Nigga took his shit and got 80-20 deal with a record label, distribution deal. You know what I'm saying? Master P, listening to that No Limit Chronicles, some of that shit is just amazing. Master P, nigga, they said he went down, he went to get Mystical, he went to sign Mystical. The label told him no, Mystical's in the red, $375,000. That nigga Master P pulled a check out and wrote that shit like, man, here, that's all? Nigga went to go get Snoop, said Suge wanted a couple million. That nigga said he gave that nigga extra $300,000. You know what I'm saying? Master P, for everything Master P was doing, they said Master P had motherfucking. I ain't know some of the shit they said Master P was doing. This nigga signed on for fucking wrestling for 3 matches for like $3 million. You know what I'm saying? Master P is a GOAT, bro. He deserves way more respect.
Yeah, man. Don't let it
Shout out Master P.
Ice Cream, man. I would like to see, actually, if they could, I would like to see Baby and Master P do a versus, and they play their top shit from the label. You feel me? From the Cash Money No Limit. Yeah.
Some juvie shit.
Yeah, from anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, it could be from the Hot Boys. It could be from No Limit. Yeah, that would be hype.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, I agree. Like, I would definitely want to see. I want to see Cash Money versus No Limit.
And the craziest thing is both of them was in the same state. That's the crazy part about it.
Yeah, the same city, just doing their thing.
Same side of the project.
And it's crazy. I mean, you know, it's just, you know, and it's one of those things where they were beefing. You know what I'm saying? You look at it, how much money they could have, how they could have killed the game together, and it never happens like that with us. You know what I'm saying? It's always competition. It's
always Cash Money versus No Limit.
Yeah.
It's
always competition over, you know what I'm saying, doing shit together. But No Limit, Master P is definitely, if you haven't watched that shit, y'all need to check that shit out. He deserves to be celebrated way more. You know what I'm saying? And hip hop. Like, I get mad when people say that shit, like he everything we think Jay-Z is, because I think they both great, and you can't take shit away from Hov or what Hov did. Master P, he's one of those guys who deserves way more respect. You know what I'm saying? Way more respect. So we're gonna talk about Tone Mans for a minute. 42 Doug, man, what's up with your boy? I'll let you take the lead on that one. What's up with your man, Tom?
Hey, man, first of all, man, you just heard a distorted version of that one song, man. Dog definitely didn't say what the streets tried to say he said. It sounded
what the streets say he said, Tom.
That's what I'm saying. I ain't even hear. What happened?
What the streets say he said, Tom.
It sound through the speakers. the shit is up loud. It sound like he said, I had to suck dick to pay the rent. But he said hoes was sucking dick to pay the rent. I was out hustling, hoes was sucking dick to pay the rent. Some shit like that. But the shit so loud, it didn't sound like that. It was an unmixed version. So he took an L from that, and it looked like he kind of fell out with Lil Baby for this shit. It looked like Lil Baby don't fuck with him over that corny shit. And then another reason we talking about him is because he caught the fleeing and eluding charge, breaking another probation violation. So it's just a young nigga making dumb mistakes, man, getting money and his fucking with his getting money and making dumb mistakes, fucking with his career.
He out here wilding, man. I like what you did, man. Hey, man, that nigga said he was sucking dick.
He ain't say that shit, man.
I don't think he said
that nigga, but man, if that nigga out here sucking dick, though, that's your people. That's your people.
That's your people.
Hey, what you gotta say? We just like to fuck with talking about folks who good, man. That's like Toe idol right now, man. Toe.
I would never. Don't ever say that nigga my idol.
That
I've been telling.
yeah, idol. You know we just joking, but that's why Toe was growing his fro. He was trying to get them braids. He was actually trying to get them braids. But Skip, what you gotta say about Doug?
I mess with folk. I didn't hear about that part, but I fuck with folk too. They're my peoples for sure. And like you said, I always say this too, man. When you coming from the city and you young and you come from the gutter and you come from nothing. Once you get money, you gonna be wild. It's a 100% fact. You gonna wild. You know what I'm saying? Because guess what? We really ain't got no big homies no more. So ain't nobody to really show you what to do or how to do it. You know what I'm saying?
True.
So whatever they got going on, I'm just proud of him making it from the city. You know what I'm saying? Because it's so hard to make it out of the city.
Yeah. Yeah, this want that boy, and I figured you fucked with him. That's why I let you know we was joking, because I figured I was one of your people too, because you connected to everybody in the city when we already know that shit. So I figured that was your people, so that's why I had to clean that shit up and let you know we just joking. We like to fuck with Tone about that shit about him all the time. Hold on, Moon. Hold on, I'll see you in a minute. What's wrong? You all right? Okay.
Let's talk about something serious real quick. Not super serious, but I don't have either one of y'all. I know D seen it. Either one of y'all seen what happened with the Oakland A's batting coach or bench coach or whatever the fuck he is? He was doing the Nazi sign during after the Oakland A's win. Instead, they don't shake hands no more. So they do hand bumps or elbow bumps and shit. So as the team was coming off the field to shake everybody's hand, he holding a Nazi sign. And one of the players, like, what is you doing? He like knocked his arm down, like, no, don't do that. And he laughed and did it again. You know what I'm saying? And it was a semi-big deal or whatever. He came out and apologized, like, I just did a bad joke or some dumb shit. But it was clear as day he was doing a Nazi sign. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't hear about that. That's crazy.
Yeah, I didn't hear about that either.
That's wild as fuck.
Yeah, I think it's crazy. If you see the video, it's crazy. He clearly doing the Nazi sign.
Clearly,
and, trying to say he tried to say like, oh, that's not what he represents. Blah blah blah. I just think in the world now, nothing surprises me. You know what I'm saying? Nothing surprises me, man. It's just crazy. I don't know what.
And then again,
I don't know. And the sad about it is nothing's probably gonna happen to him.
Nothing's gonna happen to him.
Nothing's gonna happen to him. He's gonna apologize. Blah blah blah. And even if he does like lose his job, man, how many more out there? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How many more out there, man? How many more out there? Nothing surprised me, man. But he clearly put the Nazi sign up twice. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, people be tripping, man. Especially around this time, man. There's just so much crazy stuff going on in this world.
Yeah, I agree. My bad. I got distracted. I mean, Tone wanted to really go. Tone gonna go crazy. Anything race related. My boy Tone gonna go crazy. So Tone, if you want to go more on that, we can. But
what?
On your boy on the Oakland A's guy.
Oh man, fuck that nigga, man. It just show you how we live in two Americas, man. And you hate because wrong is wrong. Wrong is wrong, no matter what. So I can't sit there and pat and say Nick Cannon, what happened with Nick Cannon doing the same thing, saying some anti-Semitism shit, and it's like, look, he did something wrong. Now look at him, he doing something wrong. You can't just debate two wrongs, but you look at how one person did something wrong and his world is crashed down, and another person did something wrong, he apologized, and the world keeps moving. You know what I'm saying? That's the difference, and that's the difference. That's the fight for people like Jonathan Isaac when we say Black Lives Matter. It's not necessarily fucking talking about the evils of police killing people or this, that, and the third. It's about equality in the world and how we want justice to be served and everybody be equal. It's not equal in this world. You know what I'm saying? When we do something wrong, it's 10 times worse. And when a white man do something wrong in the same crime, it's a pat on the back. It's a pat on the wrist. And that's what's going on in America right now.
I knew brother had something to say. I knew brother Umar had something to say. Couple more topics, man. Just running through some shit. Welcome home, Juelz Santana. Juelz Santana back home. We want to say welcome home. They clowned this girl a little bit about the meal she was making. They dogged this girl about the But shout out to you, got a woman at home making his meals. You know what I'm saying? T.I. and Fabulous both says the label told them to hide their relationship. Y'all buying that shit or not, man? Or them niggas just out there trying to be slick? Fab was out there trying to be slick, man. Fab
was going crazy.
Fab was out
knocking
there
shit down,
playing
man.
the single alone.
The label, true enough, the label probably told them to hide their chicks. You know what I'm saying? But Fab, that don't mean you got to knock everything down. Fab was knocking shit.
Yeah, Fab was out there. Yeah.
Fab out there.
Fab was going crazy.
Fab,
he had Joel's wife. He was Fab was going crazy.
Fab was knocking shit. The label made me do it. Nigga, quit lying.
Relax. The label. It's a label, it wasn't me.
Nigga stole Thierry from Joe Budden.
He had Thierry first, guy, bro. For what I
Did he took what's Joel's wife name?
Kim Bella? Yep.
Bella did, he did. That dude up. Damn, boy. Hey, and she was bold as hell when she said that shit on what's her name.
She definitely was. Yeah, didn't Andy or somebody say that? Don't get me the line, man. They be tripping.
They told you when Jim Jones heard about that shit. He's like,
I just put
that on camera. Jim Jones like, that on camera. Like, wait. This bitch crazy. The Rock and a partner here is buying the XFL for $15 million. Can the XFL be salvaged and be something good?
Yeah,
that's
huge.
Me personally, I think the FXL is a dead sport, but maybe the Rock can revive. I mean,
Stone never gave the XFL. Stone never gave the XFL a chance, so I want to hear somebody.
I don't like bad football. I don't like bad basketball. But
you watch the G League?
Bad football.
You didn't give it a chance even to know if it was good or bad.
Look, I watched
They couldn't realistically fund it.
I watched the quarter. It was bad.
So you don't watch the G League?
The Drew League?
No, the G League.
I watched the highlights. I'm not watching a full G.
He likes stars, man. He likes stars.
I will watch the highlights of a Drew League. And that's
the G League.
And truth be told, that's the reason I didn't like the TBT tournament in years before. But since that was the first sport to come back and was actual competitive sport, it was actually a decent run.
He likes stars, man. He likes stars. Go ahead.
G League, that's what I'm saying. You gotta have somewhere for people to go that don't make it. You know what I'm saying? Or trying to make it.
Yeah.
And I think the XFL would be that league for NFL, plus with The Rock backing it up, being in a lot of movies, so you're able to fund it, be able to do things that need to make that sport like the G League. You know what I'm saying? Like in the NBA G League, they raise the salary. You know, they're trying to get players to come from high school. So I think it's good. I watched it too.
I actually think it's good. I think they just need a star, and the Rock is going to help brand that star. So I think they just need a star in that league. I like the XFL. I don't have no problem with it. I like the XFL, and I like stories. So I'm one of those guys that pull for the underdog. So I like those stories of those guys who's overcoming some shit. That's just me. I like those stories of those underdogs. Go ahead, Austin.
Yeah, I like the developmental idea for real. They're using it as a developmental league for football. They lack one. The other thing I like too is with the college season hanging in the balance, man, can they use it as an exclusive platform for some of these college kids to play? You know what I'm saying? And then find a way to compensate them. You know what I'm saying? On the back end, you know, is that an opportunity? That would be cool. You know what I'm saying? Right. So
they can do it like G League doing
it. Yeah. These kids want to play. If it ain't gonna be no fall ball, you know what I'm saying? They pushing it to spring or they canceling it, man. Why not give some of these kids a shot to go out there and show their stuff and get paid for it, man?
Right about that. Right. Tony, you got anything else before we go out of the XFL?
That shit trash. But if it's a developmental league and it's not competing, see that's the difference. If it's not trying to compete with the NFL as a star league and using it as a developmental league as a gap. Hold on. As a gap from players to get drafted in the league and in the NFL. You know what I'm saying? I'm with that and not in something that's not a competition to the NFL. I will agree with that.
But I think if you watched it, you would know that they that's what it was. That's what it was. Players was watching that shit in hopes to get to the NFL, and players was actually getting 10-day contracts. I mean, you know what I'm saying, getting little contracts And NFL scouts was over there watching players in the XFL. It wasn't to go against the XFL. I mean, to go against the NFL. You know what I'm saying? So if you was watching, you would do that instead of dogging it.
No, they whole model was against the go against the NFL.
That's when they first came out. That was when they first came out.
Yeah, that's when. Yeah. So they model changed, they model changed. But it was against the go against the NFL. It was competition.
Be mindful too, man, that the NFL headed to a strike in a couple seasons, man, too, man. I mean, these players been speaking out about these labor negotiations, man, these bargaining agreements, man, and they still ain't came to an agreement on a CBA going forward, man. So they headed towards a lockout. So if it end up being a situation like that, the XFL might end up providing a unique resource, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Ain't no telling.
I'm all for the XFL. Last thing I wanted to talk about was just something that me and Tone had a conversation about, and I wanted to talk about was the killing of the killing of FDG Duck in Chicago. And me and Tone, I only wanted to talk about that last because me and Tone was talking about that shit. We was talking about and we had a disagreement talking about rappers. These rappers that won't leave home. You know what I'm saying? And we see all these rappers get home. What will it take for these rappers to understand that you got it? I mean, I understand that's what you know, but sometimes you just got to go away for a while. You know what I'm saying? Like, I look at it like home is somewhere you can always go back to, man. Go travel the world, especially if you got the means to do it. Go travel the world, man. Go see the world, man. Go live somewhere else. Home, you can always go back. You ain't got to be looked at as a whole pussy, none of that to not go. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You can come back anytime. But get out of your city, man. Get out of your city. Dog was shot twice. I seen the interview. He was shot 2 separate times in Chicago already and still was, back in Chicago and making diss songs in Chicago. I think that was a dummy mission. But if we look back at some of the more tragic situations, man, we done lost some greats behind being killed at home. And I think, I mean, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what it'll take for people to understand. You got too many examples on why you need to get out of your home. Why ignore it? That's what I think. Go ahead.
A lot of people I could just use for Detroit for an example. A lot of people think, oh, that ain't gonna happen to me. My hood love me. Or that ain't gonna happen to me because I move different. You gotta leave. Like, if you look at all the successful rappers out of Detroit, most of them left. They come back for sure. So you look at Big Sean, for instance. Big Sean come back and do a lot for the city, but his home residence not here. You know what I'm saying? Royce got a place here. Royce got a place here for sure in Detroit, but Royce left for a minute. You know what I'm saying? You got to leave, man, because them will be your own people will be the one to take you down the quickest.
See, my whole thing with it is, I was not necessarily against leaving your city, but in most instances when people get killed in the city, it's coming back. It's coming back to show love and just being able to touch the people. No matter how rich and famous and successful you get, it's nothing like where you grew up, where you learn how to be a man, where you learn how to become one. And going back there, you have to stay grounded. From everything we know about Hollywood and all these, it's weird. It's a lot of superficial people. So sometimes you get on and you want to come back and just be around normal. You know what I'm saying? And that can be a detriment, but it's a detriment. Sometimes you gotta be you gotta take, because you gotta be around normal people sometimes. You can't it probably fucks with you mentally if you just around superficial people constantly. It's just around fakeness. You know what I'm saying?
Why you can't bring no people with you though? You can bring 2 or 3 people.
Sometimes they do, but you know what I'm saying?
Is it really these people? Because is it really these people are just more weird, or you're not used to those people? And that, I mean, it's different somewhere. You're somewhere different. It can be
discomfort.
It can be the same people in Chicago, the same weirdos in Chicago that's in California. You're just used to the shit that happens in Chicago. So, it doesn't make it no better. It doesn't make it no better. You know what I'm saying? And like Skip said, I always say the same thing. Why you can't just bring your people with you? Bring some people with you. To just go home and keep putting yourself in harm's way, it's just crazy. It's just
It-
crazy.
it's crazy, but it's a gamble some people willing to take. But it's not. But it's weirdos, and superficial. Is to me, it's two different things. Like you just know, fakeness when you're around fakeness. You know, bougie and people that just rub you the wrong way when you're around it. You know what I'm saying? No man, no take you that you could be around fake. You could be around fake people in the hood, but you know fake people. You know what I'm saying? You know when you're around fake people, so you don't like being around fake people. So if you constantly around that shit and 10,000 miles away from your neighborhood, sometimes you might take a weekend and go back to the city. Especially if you're an entertainer making music, sometimes you got to go a rapper. You got to go back and get in tune to what made you. You know what I mean? You got to get content damn near.
And sometimes you gotta die.
I think
Sometimes you gotta die.
that's what I'm saying. I think to me, some of the younger rappers and some of the gangster rappers, I think, just my opinion, some of them go back for the attention. They don't go back because, oh, my mama there or my grandma there. They go back for the attention. They want to go to the
Or to be
summer jam.
celebrated, yeah.
Yeah, they want to go back. Oh, what's the name at the Ace of Spades tonight? Or, oh, what's the name having a block party tonight? Or it ain't like they giving back to the. I'm gonna say this. A lot of Detroit rappers give back to the community for sure. So don't take it that I'm saying like Detroit people, but a lot of people ain't really giving back to the community. All they coming back doing is going out partying. They might not even see their mom or their peoples while they're here. They just coming up just to jack off. You know what I'm saying?
And that can be, and that's a good point. That's a good point. People, they probably come back a lot, like they said, to be celebrated because you are not as big as you thought you was in a LA. You know what I'm saying? So if you was always,
Yeah, it's on the local level, yeah.
you was always the man in Detroit, you get out to LA, and yeah, you got some people messing with you, but you know what I'm saying? Everywhere you go is not known like that. So you want to come back and feel where you on top. You know what I'm saying? And that's what. So that's a good point. That is a good point. So you got anything else? That's all I had with everything. That's all. We ran out of everything. So I mean, anybody else y'all gonna do whatever? You know, go ahead.
That's pretty much it. Y'all got anything else, fellas? No,
Let me ask y'all this then. As of right now, who got the best Detroit rap album out?
One more time, I ain't hear you.
Best Detroit rapper right now.
Best Detroit
first,
rapper or rap album?
I gotta start
Let's
off.
go rap album.
I gotta start off with Free Peasy because I'm pretty sure if he was out, he'd had a hardest shit out right now. But to me, that Young and Turn 2, you can't. It's killing shit.
I like that. I like that too. I like that.
I like that Young and Turn too.
And then I like that. What's the name too? I like that Pay and Peasy. I like that. That's dope. I like Ray stuff. And then people be sleeping on Ray, man. Ray really lyrically is talented, man.
Hey, man, I fuck with Ray. Ray got to drop that Forever tape, man. He keep hitting that it's coming, man. I fuck with Ray. Hey, man, I don't know if niggas follow Ray on the gram. Ray out here moving, dog. Ray out here in the studio doing songs with Future and shit. Ray out here, right? Ray might be, niggas ask me who might be that next one. Ray might be a little late. He might be a little older than these niggas, but Ray might be that one. I've been waiting on Ray to catch that one wave. Because he the hardest rapper, straight up, just bar for bar in the city. You know what I'm saying? Just like far as lyrics, swag, all that shit. Ray got that bad. So it's looking like he might be on that wave, man.
I'm just fucking with, I'm not gonna lie, like I've been messing with everybody, so easy. So, you know, easy. But shout out to everybody doing their thing. I pull for everybody. I'm you know what I'm saying? I just ain't in tune with it like that, but I'm with everybody.
The one nigga I need, I was just watching the I Swear Vezo interview on No Jumper. Shout out them niggas over there. Vezo said he was talking about niggas he fucked with in the city. And I said this because this one of D niggas. Snap Dogg. He said Snap Dogg one of the realest artists in the city who don't get a lot of love from everybody. But Snap Dogg need to drop music, man. It's hard to support Snap because he don't drop music, man. I don't know what Snap rap like, man. I need some music from Snap Dogg. He in the news for everything but dropping music. I wish he'd drop music so I could support it, man.
Shout out to Snap Dogg. I fuck with Snap Dogg. Shout out to that whole little Bronco Boy movement.
Y'all mess with that Sada new album?
I'm not the biggest Sada fan, man. He just don't be. Maybe once the gyms open up and I can give me a gym membership and start working out, Sada. But Right now, sausages don't do it for me, man.
Hey, what you hitting on the gym when you get in that bitch, B?
I'm on the
He said
bike.
that nigga told he on the leg.
Cardio first, man. I gotta get the cardio going first before I do any weights or anything, man. Let me get some cardio going, man.
Well, that's all we got, man. I mean, we thank Skip for coming on. Now, you know, you free to come in anytime, man. Skip is definitely a family to the show, man. So we appreciate you, dog. I ain't got nothing else.
Hold on, let's get Skip some flowers real quick, man. Let's get Skip his flowers. Dog be in every news article. That nigga Skip get more news articles right on him than goddamn Andre Drummond got. Hey,
That's love, bro.
Hey, man, every time I look up, I'm sharing a news article. This nigga in here, man.
I agree. Skip been killing shit.
Hey, man, this nigga ringtone needs to be neighborhood hero.
That's all. Hey, what Ross say? He say, apple of my eye when it first come on. I just wanted to be somebody my mama would be proud of, that the neighborhood respected. That's all. That's it. That's all I want.
That's love.
Definitely doing that shit and killing that shit. For real. You definitely deserve all your flowers, bro. You definitely. What you got going? What you got coming up?
The next thing will probably be the grocery giveaway in December. I'm trying to, because, I've been back in Ohio, just focusing on work and trying to move. But I think the next event going to probably be the grocery giveaway. And then I'm talking with the board now. So in November, I think I'm going to pick 5 families, buy the groceries for them for Thanksgiving, and just deliver them to them. You know what I'm saying? But on the flip side, they got to have children. And one of the children in the house got to write an essay telling why they family deserve the food.
That's dope.
So just trying to incorporate a little school work or a video or a clip or something that's one thing, man. And people always ask me, like, what keep me doing what I do? You know what I'm saying? And because really ain't nobody really doing it, man. And people do it for the wrong reasons, man. It's so crazy when I was on the news. When I went back into the neighborhood, they was like, they just getting wind of this. You've been doing this for like 6 years. You know what I'm saying? And my thing is, I never did it for the news. I can care if the news covered another story on me. You know what I'm saying? I always been genuinely good to my neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? And when I go back there, I always love.
Good work, bro.
Hey, man,
So
you definitely always been doing good work, man. And your heart is always in it, man. I mean, you great, man. You deserve all the flowers, dog. You deserve all the flowers. You're doing great shit, man. And we appreciate it. And we here to help out any way we can, man. Follow your lead, man.
I appreciate that. For
everybody
sure.
can follow your lead on that shit, man. We need more people like you. You know what I'm saying? And you're gonna always be appreciated for that shit, man. Seriously.
No, I appreciate that big time. And we got to get all y'all out here. You too, Austin, man. Next time I have one, man, you got to start.
Oh yeah, I'm happy to, man. Feet on the ground for sure.
Austin, what you got? What's going on with you?
Shoot, man, I'm out here in Chicago, bro. I've been out here for 3 years, man, working, man, getting to it, man. Same, some of the same things you got going on, bro. Trying to get a house done, man. Trying to get myself solidified, all that good stuff, bro.
Right.
But yeah, man, enjoying the Windy City.
Got the trap going. Talking about you working. You ain't got no job, man. You taking the trash out. You take the trash out in 5 seconds. Yeah, I gotta take this other trash bag out, man. I gotta take this other
Oh man.
Look at a bando right now. Yeah.
One of that nigga shooters killed Duck.
Wow.
Come on, man.
My man got
you guys have shit real aggressive out here, man. Come on,
Yeah,
man.
you know what I'm saying? They gonna build your head off of that for sure.
Yeah, hell no, man.
Jonah said 1,000 watts of wild shit on this pod. Jordan DeMar DeRozan. Fuck the white
Jordan DeMar, man, that was crazy, man.
That
was crazy.
But we've been on this pod, man. We started at 8. No, we've been on this pod for 2 hours, man. I'm gonna let y'all know, man. I gotta eat some dinner, B.
All right, man. Best never
All right,
do it,
fellas.
man. We out.
Skip, love.
man.
Austin,
All
love.
right, fellas.
All love, man. We
Much
appreciate it.
love.
Love, Skip.
Appreciate y'all. Much love.